What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. Skins in the Game, episode number 44, Riggo episode. Look at you got your jersey on for the occasion.
I wear it every week. What do you think?
No,
it's all I got.
This is what you got. This is what you do specifically for the John Riggins show. I should have brought mine. No, I don't even have one. But it is what it is. But cool. All right. Well, this is what we have. Of course, we're going to do the dad joke of the week. We have the what do you got? I actually brought one this week, so I'll have one. Russell Wilson trade maybe heating up. How do we feel about a week after the Commanders name change? There's the Pro Bowl disaster we'll talk about, and then a little bit of the Super Bowl 56. DRG's in the house. How's your day, Tim? Not too bad, but he doesn't want to know how your day is. All right, Dad, nobody cares about your day. It's just about my day. I'm just kidding. Actually, how was your day?
Your week? Good. We actually had the sunshine after I don't know how many days of rainy weather. I know. I can't complain because you guys are in it got to 60 today, and I was like, really? That's all you got? So
yeah, but I think I called last week and he was like, yeah, it's like high 70s, sunny. It's like, oh, okay, we're rainy, nasty weather today. Thanks.
Yeah, by the end of this week, we're supposed to get into the high 60s. Been really crazy weather, but crazy weather is relative.
I feel you. All right, so hit us. What's the dad joke of the week?
Did you hear about the circus fire?
Yes. I know this one, but go ahead.
All right. It was intense.
I say that all the time. Selena hates me for that one. Like, did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense. I say that one all the time. That is my go-to. But no, it is a good one, and so I see why you picked it this week because it is a good one. I like that one.
Well, your uncle bought me a new dad joke calendar. However, it's bad dad jokes calendar, and we went through the first.
What's the difference between the good and the bad?
No, when you go out of your way to find bad dad jokes, I read it to Rob, and he was like, "These are bad." And I was like, "Well, that's the title of it." So.
That's gonna make it even better. I hope you get some bad ones in here. That'll be good. You can mix it at one every week, every now and then. That's a good one. But
for the record, I did not pull that one off the calendar because the calendar. All right, you know what?
Say one off the calendar. Say one off the calendar.
All right, 6:30 is the best time on the clock, hands down.
Oh,
that's
so good. It's so
that's
bad. That's
actually one of the better ones on the calendar. That's how bad it is.
I think it's solid. What up, expert? What up, King Coolsy? How's it going, guys? All right, let's go ahead. What do you got?
All right, hold on. I got to pull up the right.
I got mine ready. You ready?
All right, you go ahead.
All right, I actually brought one this week. Okay, so with Joe Burrow. It's kind of like a two-parter here because it's kind of interesting. So Joe Burrow becomes the 10th, but there's 10 Joes that have represented it. So not different Joes, but as far as 10 different Super Bowls that had a Joe represented in the Super Bowl. Name the other ones. There's actually 6, including Joe Burrow.
Montana.
Yep.
Namath.
Yep.
Flacco.
Yep.
Wow. How many? So I'm 3 for 3.
Well, and then including Burrow, so 4. You only have 2 left. One of them you should definitely know. And then the other one, there you go. That's the other one. And then the last one, I'd be surprised if you get.
You know what? I'll bow out.
Loser. It was a loser of the Super Bowl anyway. His name was Joe Cap. I honestly never heard of him until.
Oh, thank God you didn't make me pull.
Yeah, because I would have been surprised if you would have pulled Joe Cap. I would have been like, "All hail! That's amazing." Now, so they've represented the Super Bowl 10 times. What's the second most common name that's actually tied with them?
Tom.
Exactly, and it's all 10 are him. All 10 are Tom Brady. It's one person that matches 6 other people to get a tie. And then it's kind of interesting. What's the third place just for fun? What's the first place name?
No idea. Oh, wait. Hold on.
You may actually.
Terry.
No. That's a good, fine guess. I think he went to, 4 or 5? But no, not Terry. It's a more common name. Pretty common name.
I have nothing.
Jim Plunkett, Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, if you include that. And they have 8. 8 Jims have represented. And then Jim Kelly for Buffalo, the 4 in a row in the early 90s represented him. But anyway, all right, that was my what do you got? What do you got?
All right. So I got number 1 that Joe Burrow would be, if he wins the Super Bowl, would be the 3rd starting quarterback to win a national championship and a Super Bowl. And if he wins, he will be the first quarterback to have those 2 distinctions and be a Heisman Trophy winner.
And be the number 1 pick.
Right. And that was the other one I had. So that's why I said I had the back door of that.
Yeah.
Between him and Matt Stafford, he is the earliest number 1 pick to make the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford is the latest or the longest to make a
number 1
for a number 1 pick.
Interesting.
So I had 2 ways out. So that's why I wasn't worried about what you had. So
yeah, what's his name? The Denver Broncos quarterback, John Elway. John Elway wasn't the number 1 pick. I'm just kind of surprised by that. I wonder what pick John Elway was, because he was super old when he went to the Super Bowl. Like that was the whole thing.
Yeah, you have to look at. And you know what? I pull this stuff up. I don't verify it, so.
I don't verify. Oh wait, this actually might be a fake news then.
Oh.
John Elway was the number 1 pick overall in 1983 and won the Super Bowl in 98. So that's 15 years. Matt Stafford's close. When was he drafted? 2009, I think. So 13. I think John Elway is actually the oldest.
See, I get bad intel.
Look at that. I pulled that one out of my gang.
Hey, this is what.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is why we do this.
But yeah, yes, you're correct about the Joe Burrow one, though. The Joe Burrow one is the first number 1 pick to take their team to the Super Bowl in 2 years, which makes sense. It's not very common because usually that team is absolute trash if you have the number 1 pick. So in a 2-year span to go to the Super Bowl, it's pretty darn impressive.
But if he wins, he does have the distinction of national championship, Super Bowl, and Heisman Trophy.
Man. And then if he wins a Super Bowl MVP on top of that, is that like one of it's so young to say, but that's got to be one of those decorated football players. I mean, you can't say that because obviously Tom Brady's the most decorated with how many 3 MVPs, I think, and 7 Super Bowls.
By the way, somebody posted
games. Yeah,
somebody posted today that there was a defensive guy or something that was a 5-time Super Bowl winner before Tom Brady. And I'm sorry I don't have more specifics, but
I'm sure that's kind of like Robert Ory has 9 championships in basketball. There's even though he was never the best player, he was just on some really good teams and he made some big shots, Big Shot Bob, but it's
Big Shot Bob.
Yeah, it's not like Robert Ory is considered one of the best players. So I can imagine there's somebody that went to the right teams at the right time and kind of rode to the Super Bowl. But obviously, Brady is the most decorated. But anyway, that's super impressive though for Joe Burrow. I didn't think about that one. I knew all those things as far as about him, but I didn't know he was going to be the only one to do it. So that's interesting.
So I'm so glad to be here to set you straight.
Me. Yeah, educate me. What's everybody in the chat? What's up, my HTT Commanders? I don't like that one. I'm okay with the Commanders, but I don't like the HTT for the Commanders. Take command. # take command, right? Or my fellow comrades. tanking is worth it when you get your franchise QB. True. Oh, well, to a point. I mean, Cincinnati's like the only one to do it, but yeah. At least in a short period of time. Roger, this draft class is trash. One worth a look, but it's a project. The rest are career backups and USFLers, United States Football Leaguers. None are worth a first-round pick. We'll definitely get into that. We're gonna talk more about that one for sure later. But first, a little Wizards news. Just we're not gonna spend a long time on this, but Bradley Beal is out for the year with a left wrist injury. The Wizards, if you didn't know, started off super hot. They were number 1 in the East for a short period of time, and now they're all the way out of the playoffs over halfway through the season. So it's been a bad season for them, but then it just got way worse. Conceptually, with Bradley Beal going down, would you completely just trade everything and completely try to start a rebuild? Or would you still continue to try to build around your best player, Bradley Beal?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters.
No, I'm being honest. That
Yeah.
You know what? You could try to build around Bradley, or you can try to rebuild, but the NBA has been a product of the 2 to 3 superstars. And
teaming up. It's a
short of that,
league. Yeah.
Right. So what's rebuilding? It's resetting. If you can find 3 guys that are really good, and then the refs will give you all the calls and protect you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I digress, but
no, you're good.
I don't think it matters.
It's actually a really fair point, because you know what's funny? The best thing the Wizards can do to become a contender is move cities. Like, nobody wants to come to Washington, right? Like, they want to go to New York for the big city. They want to go to Florida for the weather. They want to go to California for the weather. They want to go to LA. They want to go for a potential movie deal afterwards, or they want to go to nice weather, and they don't want to be in Oklahoma City or Milwaukee. Like, it's rare that if Giannis didn't get drafted to the Bucks, there's no way he's going to Milwaukee. Right? Like, and it's a rare kind of guy now that wants to stay in the team and is a top tier player. They want to go to the nice places of the country. So it's an interesting concept of, we really don't have much of a chance anyway.
Right. I don't care. I don't think it matters what the Wizards do. They're not winning a championship.
It's going to be, it would be super tough. But by that standard, then I guess your point would be, go ahead and blow it up and try to hit on a couple of draft picks that become the next best thing, like the Warriors did with Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and they actually got 3 big hits in a row, and then they added a couple more pieces and then became a thing, but they're still in California, so where it's easier to get Kevin Durant to come to town. But anyway, it's an interesting one. NBA is not the same anymore. No one wants to stay loyal to their original team, but it sucks to see small market teams have to tank because the big market teams like LA. Yeah, it is a pretty rough concept. Like, it's the only thing I think that can save the NBA at this point is remove the salary cap. I know they don't have technically a salary cap, but it's like there's max deals. So, like, you can only give a player this much money at that point. I think the only way they could save it is basically eliminate the salary cap, and then you maybe have – but the whole point is the small market teams are going to be poor, but there could be some really wealthy, quote-unquote, small market teams.
I'm sorry. You know what would save the NBA?
Yeah.
Is start calling games like they're supposed to be called. And every time LeBron gets close to the basket, it's a foul.
Or James Harden. Yeah, James Harden loses the ball and goes like this. Yeah. Foul! Foul! It is. Look, there's bad flops in the league for sure.
I would implore anybody on this chat that doesn't already know, watch Michael Jordan play against Detroit. When they said, if he comes down the middle of the lane, I want him to end up on his butt.
Yeah.
And they totally beat the crap out of him, and he came back, and it took him like 3 years to finally beat him. But you got this whole thing of I'm sorry.
You're good. I understand. No, the NBA, it's a players' league. So if you like a team in the NBA, it's not nearly as fun to watch that league anymore. Basically, the people that really get into the NBA, they don't follow teams. They follow players, right? Yep. Like, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a Steph Curry fan. I'm a Lonzo Ball fan or whatever. Like, they follow players around, and they're also not loyal to those players a lot of time. If they get knocked out, they're like, "Oh, I'm a LeBron fan now." Like, "Oh, I'm a Giannis fan. I'm huge. I followed him since high school." Like whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's a player-driven league, and it's kind of an interesting sport because they can do that. Even though it's a team sport, is that one player can control so much of the game because they play both offensively and defensively. Like, NFL will never be just a player sport because of how many people it takes to be a good team. Like, it's very rare that a team like Tampa is able to just add in several pieces and then take it all the way to the Super Bowl because you're also one and dones. That may save the NBA. What if you eliminated the 7-game series? And just turn it into one and dones.
By the way, Door Gunner. Door Gunner. Well, there was capitals that messed me up. Larry Bird.
Yeah, that's a fun one. He's got some fun highlights. All right, as I said, we didn't have to spend much time on that, but it is an interesting
Thank God.
discussion. So, it's a week out. We've had a time to digest it, think about it a little bit more, and see how it's really affecting us. How do you feel after a week of Commanders? And are you ready to say you're a Commander fan yet? Like, are you still a Washington football team fan? Or are you okay saying I'm a Commander fan?
No, it doesn't. I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but it doesn't. Like, I still see all the posts about Washington Commanders. Doesn't feel right to me. Look, I'm going to support them. Yeah. I have to do it because it's going to be my football team. But no, I have not felt any allegiance or warmth to the new name. It's sad.
Right. I'm with you. I'm not really out here saying, like, it's definitely weird. I'm making videos again, and it's like Washington Commanders looking at this guy, or Washington Commanders. It's like, it's definitely, but at the same time, it was weird writing that as Washington football team. Like, I didn't want to in the beginning. I wanted to still write Washington Redskins in there instead of Washington football team. But then
I read a guy's post that it's going to grow on us. It will.
Yep.
Because Washington's in the front of it, but doesn't feel good right now. Just saying.
Yep. And then there's a whole generation that won't know any different. Like, I never really knew the Bullets. I was technically alive, but I never remember watching a Bullets game and rooting on the Bullets. It was
Wait, what does that mean to technically be alive?
As in, like, I was on Earth, but I didn't watch the NBA, or I didn't understand the NBA is my mainly point. It's like I was technically here, but I wasn't really, like, I don't have a memory of rooting on the Bullets.
because Abe Pollin felt like Bullets were a bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I just know the Wizards, so the Wizards, to me, it's like, I hear a lot of the, older people being like, "Oh, it was so bad when we became the Wizards, like, such a stupid name. It was horrible." And I'm here as a young fan, and I'm like, I mean, Wizards doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'm gonna go watch the Wiz game.
It was Juwan Howard and Chris Webber.
Yeah,
when
there you go.
That was the face of the franchise.
And Rod Strickland. I remember he was one of, like, the oldest player, like, oldest memories of me. One of my first players that I watched, thinking like, "Oh yeah, I like him." And I remember you were hyping him up a little bit. You were like, "Oh yeah, Rod Strickland's a lot of fun to watch." So that's cool.
Yeah, he did eat a hot dog on the sideline, then throw up and go ahead and play.
Different era, huh? Just like John Riggins.
A little bit.
Just like John Riggins, coming into the game hungover, but then still put up 150 and 2 touchdowns.
That's right. Exactly.
Juan Dixon was I was a fan of Juan Dixon at Maryland, and then when he came to the Wizards, that was cool. But I was a big Juan Dixon fan. That was the first team to bring me a championship as a young kid. Was the Maryland Terrapins. So the Maryland Terrapins in 2002.
And who was the coach's daughter? When Juan Dixon came there, I'm sorry, I'm
Gary Williams, or are you talking about the Wizards coach?
No, I think when. No, I was talking about the Wizards when he came there, and the coach's daughter, the coach asked her to kind of welcome this guy. I mean, not just like, and she said that Juan Dixon looked like this. She was like, I didn't think that was the guy he was talking about. And then he came in and lit it up. But
oh wait, I think that was Gary Williams. It wasn't like in some weird way, but no, like because he recruited.
No, not weird at all.
Yeah, it was Juan Dixon was recruited. He was not like the 6'3" point guard. He was actually much small. I think he had a late growth spurt or something. Like he wasn't so expected to be a great college player, if I remember correctly.
Oh, maybe that was when he asked. That Gary Williams, you might be right. Gary Williams asked his daughter and said, "Hey, I got this recruit coming in," and she said, when Juan Dixon showed up, it was like,
"Yeah, that's the recruit you're coming." Yeah, that's funny. Anyway,
then Steve Williams was the other side of that. But anyway, let's move on from basketball.
Let's do that. All right.
Sucks.
So Kevin Sheehan, I made a video on this, but we'll talk to Kevin Sheehan. Apparently, according to him on the radio, if you don't know who Kevin Sheehan is, he's a local radio host to the D.C. area. He said that he talked to people in Las Vegas, very homey. He feels comfortable saying, after the people he talked to, that Russell Wilson would not be opposed to here it comes, a Washington Commander trade. Do you think this makes this any more likely that it actually happens, or you still think it's just a pipe dream and no shot?
No, well, that's a very heads question. One, do I think it's worth? That's the first question. I don't want Russell Wilson. I don't want him.
Mm-hmm.
Period. He's what's he? 30,
33.
upper 30s.
He's actually 33.
Only 33.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to sell the farm to get a guy that's on the tail end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I want to build a team
around a young quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, think about. Well, I
Dad,
guess
this was worth it. No, okay, but I'm just saying, like, do you? All right, fair. I understand you don't want him now. But do you think this makes it any more likely it's going to happen? Like, I know you don't want to do it, but it's not you who's making the decision. I think Ron wants a veteran. Ron, I think, wants to get a guy that can lead this team instead of having to take time building around a quarterback. So in year 3, I think he wants to make a big splash. So hearing this news, knowing where Ron is, knowing that they did try to make a big splash move to an aging quarterback named Matthew Stafford, do you think that this is something that is now, knowing this news, any more likely to get done?
You know what? I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to give up 3 first-round draft picks and who knows what else. Yeah, I firmly believe that Dan Snyder is going to step in and Russell Wilson will be the quarterback.
It'll be fun to watch. I know you don't think it's going to be a Super Bowl winning idea, but it would make watching the Washington Commanders a lot more fun and a lot more interesting than watching Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, Dwayne Haskins, Alex Smith. The list could go on of the debauchery.
By the way, Dwayne Haskins is going to start in Pittsburgh.
We'll see. He wasn't even listed as the second quarterback last year. Did you hear? Wait, is it new news that like they're actually going ahead with him?
No, I thought like last week. I thought that he had the upper hand.
Yeah, that is funny. Good luck. I heard that.
Hey, it's all misinformation.
Yeah, I heard Mike Tomlin was not very pleased with Dwayne Haskins. So I don't know. Like apparently he's having trouble getting him to stay motivated, kind of like we did. But it is what it is. To me, I don't know. I don't think that this happens, honestly, because in reality, unless Russell Wilson really puts his foot down and says, "No, I want out of Seattle now," like I'm done. I'm not playing. I'm not showing up to camp, and I'm not playing. I am not playing behind that garbage offensive line. I'm not playing for that senile old head coach named Pete Carroll, who's the oldest coach in the league. I'm done. I'm done here. You haven't done well building this team. It's only been getting destroyed from years on for the last 5 years. Completely dismantled. No more Legion of Boom. No offensive line. Yeah, you got me a couple of weapons, but still, I'm not happy here. Without Russell Wilson making that stand, Seattle isn't getting rid of him. Like it's just
like Aaron Rodgers that goes through that every year. But did you hear this?
Yeah.
Kyler Murray unfollows Cardinals on social media, deletes all franchise-related pictures on Instagram. You heard this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you want to do that?
Oh, I would be much happier doing
a 25-year-old quarterback or whatever he is. So age is the big factor for you.
Even though he looked like this tall, did you see the memes? He was in the backfield. It was like a 12-inch Kyler Murray. He was overwhelmed. But I would feel much better about this one.
Even though he looked this big.
Did you see that meme? He was like this.
I've seen many memes. I didn't see that specific one. But yeah, like Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, I believe, are listed as at the same height. So like a lot of people give Kyler Murray crap for being short, but they're pretty similar. But then they made a meme of when they swapped jerseys, they made Kyler like half his height or something like that. Like to make it's like, look, Russell Wilson's only 5'11", and look at how tall Kyler Murray is. Anyway.
All right, I have to find Kyler Murray's bio, but keep going. I don't want to hold you up.
Well, I just think that that's a way to get more of a contract. I don't think he actually wants out. He doesn't want to play. He's only guaranteed, I think, like $5 million, which is a lot of money for us. But seeing where the quarterback position's going, seeing what kind of numbers he can put up, I think that his idea is, no, I'm not playing my 25-year-old, one of my best years, at $5 million when somebody with my talent should be getting paid 30 plus. Like,
right.
No. So I'm going to remove all this and let's happen. Yes, he is 40 pounds lighter. Very true. They're the same height, but definitely not the same thickness. Tim, ask the important questions. What's your thoughts on the Jonathan Allen wanting a 5-course meal with Hitler? I that's a non-story to me. That's why I didn't even write it on. Like, did you hear about this?
I did not.
So it's somebody asked. He put on Twitter, "Ask me anything," and he was going to ask. And somebody asked if you could have dinner with 3 people in history, dead or alive, who would it be? And I don't remember the other 2, but one of them was Hitler. And they made him delete the tweet, apologize, and of course he did it because that's what everybody does in today's day and age. It's obvious that he doesn't think that Hitler's a good dude and he wanted to have a great meal with him and talk about how he could take over world domination and kill all the Jews.
No, he wanted to hear what his perspective was.
Well, yeah,
I think
exactly.
That's brilliant.
Right. And he also is a big military guy, so he wanted to, and he thinks of Hitler as a big military, quote-unquote, genius because of many things that he did throughout many wars, of, like, kind of pick his brain on that one, also figure out why he did why he did what he did. And he also put in there as a caveat, assuming that they must answer my questions honestly. Right? So he doesn't want a lying Hitler, but he wants an honest...
Right. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Why are people bashing that? It's like you want to get inside one of the most evil minds ever and see how they're thinking, and they have to answer you honestly. Why are people bashing that? It's like, I want to understand how you did out the this genocide.
Yeah.
I want to know where you came from. I think it's brilliant.
Right. Yeah, it's not. It's say like King Coolsey said he lost me on that tweet. Yeah, it's not. It's not because he thinks like, oh, I want to bring back Hitler and I want to have dinner with him and I think it would be a great. We're gonna talk about how in the world can we remove minorities from our country? Like, no, that's not like what he wants to learn about. It's the same idea of somebody interested in serial killer documentaries. Like,
Right.
I watch serial killer documentaries. I haven't watched one in a while, but I went on a binge where I watched a bunch of them. And it's like,
Oh, I do it all the time.
yeah,
What's
extremely
working
interesting
in their mind?
Yeah, like what in the world causes you to think that it's okay to just go ahead and grab up a bunch of women and do this kind of stuff, or in some cases,
Right.
men,
Or
like
how
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Or with
But,
Hitler,
yeah.
how did you sell a nation
Yeah,
with your sick thought process? How
Right.
did you sell it?
yep,
Because the best way to not repeat history is to understand history to begin with.
right. Exactly. So it's really just not even a big deal. So this whole he should never have apologized because the apology is what makes it worse, right? Because like people like King Coolsey probably Coolsey probably saw, oh, he apologized for it. He must have said something really bad. Oh, it was about Hitler? What a moron. Why would he say anything good about Hitler? Why would he want to have dinner with Hitler? Like, that's the narrative. That's why you don't apologize for nonsense. Like, he didn't say anything wrong. There's nothing what he did was wrong. It's ridiculous. So, yeah,
Right.
it's a non-story. But, okay. So,
Apologies
Roger
never
Smith,
get you anyway, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So, Roger Smith has been spamming the chat, and it's an interesting question. And I think I'm going to make an individual video on this, but you guys will hear my take first. Should we wait another year for a quarterback? And here's the thought process, okay? This class, they're saying that there's no good first-round picks, right? Like, they're saying that these guys are being reached on because of their position, but in reality, if they were in other years, these guys would barely be second-round picks. Next year's draft is theoretically supposed to be a much deeper class and a much better class of actual true first-round talent. Do you think that we should actually wait another year, continue to build a team like Ron wanted to do this for several years now, and then finally get our quarterback next season?
Yeah, I think you shouldn't reach. If there's somebody this year that you can get them,
Mm-hmm.
but don't make a choice just because you have to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to wait till next year, wait. That's my opinion. Sorry.
That's your opinion, which we know what that means. It's wrong. No, just kidding. Okay, so here's my thought process on this one. No, I don't want to wait. Okay, for two reasons. One is the business side of it. I am not watching another year of garbage. I don't want to wait as far as like with no potential. I'm not watching Heineke. I don't want to watch Mitch Trubisky. I don't want to watch Jimmy G. Like, I mean, if we get a guy like Russell Wilson, that's a different boat. Like,
do
or
not
Kyler
get
Murray.
Jimmy G. I'm 100%
yeah, don't
behind
get Jimmy G. But I don't want to just get a cheap guy to watch another year of bad football. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you continue to build this solid team, and we don't have a bad coach in Ron Rivera, who's won 7 games in the last 2 years with trash quarterback play, if we're being honest, right, which is rare in this league. He went 7-9 and 7-10 with Taylor Heineke, Dwayne Haskins, one-legged Smith, Kyle Allen, and wasn't there one more? There was another guy, I think, that I can't even remember who it was. It's been bad. It's been really bad.
Oh, Fitzgerald?
Oh, Fitzpatrick was one.
Fitzpatrick, thank you. I always say.
I feel like there was another guy last year that I'm drawing a blank on for some reason. Wasn't there 4 quarterbacks? Oh, there was 4 quarterbacks. I got them all. Haskins, one-legged Smith, Taylor Heineke, and Kyle Allen. Okay, so yeah, I got all 4. It's been bad the last 2 seasons, and we still have 7 games. So, that being said, if you wait till next year, you don't know where you're going to be picking. Also, you don't know where these guys' healths are going to be. Or like, yeah, these guys could be great this year. Next year, they completely tank it Maybe they had good weaponry around them. Maybe they had a good offensive line. Some of them went to the next level, and then all of a sudden they don't play. Like Spencer Rattler was supposed to be the next great thing. I don't even know if you know who that is, but he was supposed to be a top guy out of Oklahoma, and then all of a sudden he's off the team. Like he plummeted off the team. Now he's not even considered anymore, right? So you don't know where these guys are going to be next year. You don't know what their health is going to be like. You don't know where you're picking, so you don't even know if you're going to get one of these great guys. You could wait another season and then still get screwed. So no, get Jimmy G. Screw you, big facts only. I called you big fats. You know what, big fats today. You're big fats. Okay, I can say that. I'm a fat guy. No, it's terrible. Okay, like anyway, I don't want Jimmy G. So no, I don't want to wait, and because I'm okay with the Arizona model. If we draft a guy this year and he doesn't work out in year one and he doesn't look good and he doesn't look like he has potential to... Did I lose you? No, okay, I saw you blink it. For a second, I thought I didn't see any movement. But anyway.
What?
Yeah. So, big fat country. So, yeah. You don't know anything about those things. And I'm fine with the Arizona model. If you draft a quarterback and he looks like dog crap in year one and you end up going 3-13... draft another quarterback. You've already wasted 2 first-round picks in the last 2 years. What is another one at this point? Like, what does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter if you hit your quarterback. It's as if you traded this year's first-round pick for a next year's pick to get higher because you ended up getting screwed, and now you got a higher pick. You could look at it like that. You traded for 2 first-round picks for a quarterback because you took 2 opportunities at quarterbacks, just like Arizona did. They drafted Josh Rosen, and then the next year they ended up with the number 1 overall pick, and they got Kyler Murray.
See, I think the biggest problem with the whole rating quarterbacks on draft day is they look at the tangibles. Like, oh, he can throw the ball 70 yards. Oh, he does this, and this. It is almost impossible to measure competitive.
Work ethic.
Just the drive to be in a situation where you want to win.
Right.
And you'll do whatever. That's what they've never figured out in the NFL. That's why they're 50% at best on number 1 quarterback drafts, because they're like, oh, this guy's got a strong arm. Oh, he plays against Podunk University, and he kicks their ass. And you can't measure, Brett Favre, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana,
Joe Burrow now. Yeah.
Joe Burrow. You have people that are competitors, and you can't measure that because a lot of times they're playing in college and everything's going great. Then they get a paycheck. Then it's like, oh, I made it. It's just, you know what? I think this is a good time to pull up this stat. And it could be wrong because it often is. But there were quarterbacks picked ahead of Tom Brady in the 2000 NFL draft. You want to go through the list?
It's bad.
Chad Pennington, who
he was
lasted,
actually okay in New York, but go ahead.
Right, he lasted 11 seasons.
Yep.
Giovanni Carmazzi.
You want to know a great story about him? He went to San Francisco, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He is now a hermit in California. He's now they were interviewing all the old quarterbacks that got drafted for the 30 for 30 on whatever, it probably wasn't 30 for 30, but the documentary on Tom Brady, and he refused to be interviewed because he doesn't have any TVs in his house. He lives on a farm and just completely abandoned life after how embarrassing it was.
Yes,
on this
but
level.
this is a product of all the experts in the NFL. And then the next one is Chris Redman, who lasted 9 seasons. Again, didn't win.
Is that the
crap.
Steelers? No.
Ravens.
Ravens. Okay.
Then you have T. Martin to Pittsburgh for 3 seasons.
Okay.
You have Mark Bulger,
Bolger.
11 seasons.
Mark Bulger did well in St. Louis.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
No, but he did well. But anyway, it's not Tom Brady. Yes.
And then the next one is my favorite, Spurgon win.
Spurgon win. I'm Spurgeon win. Actually, I think it's Spurgeon. Isn't
it?
It's
Spergon. Spurgeon. Okay.
Maybe it doesn't matter, but it's a very funny. It's a weird name for sure.
So and then you have Tom Brady, round 6, pick 199 behind all these guys last 22 seasons. So anyway, just a little.
Hey, big fat country agrees. Tell him, JW, all that crap don't matter. You're either a gamer or you're not. You either have the IQ and competitive instincts or you don't.
Boom. I like him already.
I like him already. Well, let me let you know he's a Cowboy fan. So now we don't like him anymore. No,
I don't care. You know what?
He's a good dude.
Even Cowboy fans get it sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, that's funny. All right, we done on the QB talk, and you want to move on to a couple of other things, and
sure.
We'll call it a show? All right.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody in the chat, and thank you, Roger, for all of your quarterback talks for sure. But everybody else, yeah, hashtag fire Dan for sure. Firing Ron does what? That's true. Well, I mean, it depends on who you bring in, but yeah, it's not so much Ron, it's just the people under him are not very good, which is unfortunate because he likes to delegate like a true leader should. It's just he doesn't delegate to the right people. But anyway, all right. Cowboys and commies are a classic rivalry. They will be 70 years from now. The Redcoats or whatever versus the America's team.
The British are coming.
Or whatever it is. Did they not call Redcoats? I guess was the Revolutionary War. What's the red shirts? What do they call the Russian communists? I thought that was the Red Army, maybe. I don't know. Something red for us. So that's who we got to root for now. It's wonderful. Okay, on to the next one. So
right, before
this past
you start,
week, go ahead. Go for it.
Do we touch on the Shazer Elliott?
Everett.
Sorry.
I don't know much about it. I didn't look into it other than I know that he got right now charged for manslaughter. Yeah, charged for manslaughter. It's very sad. I don't know all the details. I don't know if he was texting or drinking or whatever. I don't know. No, it's very sad though.
I think he was showing off for his girlfriend in the car or whoever she was. Oh, so
just reckless driving?
Yeah, he was going 90 miles an hour in an area he shouldn't have been. But
tough. So
not good for him next year. But anyway, go ahead.
Yep, very sad for DeShazer. And as I said, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but hopefully it works out. And I don't think he's a bad person, but it's a horrible situation. And unfortunately, we can't let that stuff off lightly because you can't. You gotta charge him for what he did. Very unfortunate. But anyway, on to the next one. Pro Bowl this past weekend has to be one of the biggest disasters. I mean, like, I did play-by-play for this, and I didn't even realize how bad it was going to be. Watching that game, I realized I hadn't watched the Pro Bowl in a long time because it was literally two-hand touch. Literally, like you couldn't run the football because as soon as somebody touched you, it was over. Like it was so arbitrary of when they blew the whistle. Like, this time we're only going to give you a 2-yard run, but now we're going to give you a 7-yard run. This time it's going to be a 3. It's like he was never tackled, so you have no clue what. I only saw one guy hitting like he wanted to tackle, and that was Robert Quinn. And I think he actually knocked 2 guys to the ground. And I'm like, is there going to be a fight here? Like, hold up. Like, he actually
you hit my player.
Yeah, like, it was funny, but it's so bad. But Justin Herbert won Offensive Player of the Game. Max Crosby, who actually looked like he was having some fun. He was batting passes down. He had a couple, 2 sacks, I believe, tackle for loss. It was a good day for Max Crosby, but other than that, it was a terrible, terrible product. So I ask you,
I didn't even watch it. I saw the highlights.
Yeah,
And
how do you fix the Pro Bowl?
All right. Well, I'm going to go down the road of what the MLB does for the World Series, where the All-Star game determines who gets the home field advantage in the World Series.
Right.
And I know it's different, but you got to come up with, someone said like the two last place teams. I'm trying to remember what they said. Because it's
the two last place teams go for play for the number one pick.
Oh, number one pick. Thank you. So you put in the two worst teams and have them play to get the number one pick. Then you got a game. Chances are none of them are going to be in the Pro Bowl anyway.
Yeah. Mac doing gritty was the spotlight of the Pro Bowl. It really was, because that's when I learned what I was today's years old when I learned what the gritty was, right? Like, I never even heard of the gritty. Have you heard of the gritty?
I have not.
You're not hip to the gritty?
I'm old and crusty. So enlighten me.
No, I don't. I actually don't even. I don't. He did something as he went into the end zone. He had like a 70-yard touchdown run because nobody tackled him. But they said he was already down, but he just continued the run anyway. And he ran into the end zone and did a dance called the gritty that I didn't know what it was. But
I know the Iggy Shuffle.
The Iggy Shuffle. What I'm disappointed in, I want the like the skills challenges. I want those highlighted.
Yeah, I brought up that to your uncle, that I said the Pro Bowl should be all about skills.
Yeah.
Screw this, I can't hurt anybody. And look, in all fairness, football's different than baseball or basketball. You're not getting somebody steamrolling you, Sean Taylor.
Yeah. I think they should go back to the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl so that you can have the Super Bowl participants go into it. Okay, so because right now, whoever's in the Super Bowl doesn't show up for the Pro Bowl for obvious reasons. Like, why am I wasting my time in Las Vegas when I'm trying to get ready for the biggest game of my life? Go back to afterwards so you can get everybody to come, completely abandon the football game, and instead of, because they did skills challenges this year, but I didn't know what time they were. They did them on like Saturday, and I was busy.
Didn't watch them.
Yeah, it's like, no, that should be highlighted 3:00 on Sunday. Have a 100-yard dash of who's the fastest player in the NFL, right? Or player at least at the Pro Bowl. Have the strongest arm competition. Bring back the bench press of the strong mother truckers that just do incredible things with the, what was his name? Mike Sellers was a beast for us as a fullback.
They're not going to injure themselves. They're going to just show off what they can do.
And it's not heavy weight. I'm not saying like bench press of like go for max and try to do 1,000-pound bench press. Just do the 225 and how many times they can do it again. And you're not going to get hurt doing that. They warm up with 225, those big dudes, okay? It's like me benching a 45-pound bar getting warmed up. I'm never going to get hurt benching a 45-pound bar. So
I thought you were going to say a 45-pound burrito.
More likely to be in my hand than a 45-pound bar. But yeah, anyway.
Sorry.
So, but bring all those kind of stuff back. It's I don't work out anymore, so it's fine. But yeah, it's funny. It would be way more fun to have just the skills challenges highlighted. And then if it's after the Super Bowl, even if Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen or whoever goes to the Super Bowl, you could still have them there the week after launching that football 80 yards, 85 yards downfield, right? And the different catches you could do, like the crazy one-hand catches, or do the dodge arrows for 6 points. There was a dodgeball game. I didn't even know any of these things. So turn the Pro Bowl into a mini Olympics? Sure, that could be a lot of fun. It's way more interesting than a touch football game.
Right. Just don't try to sell it for what it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, we're playing a football game. No, you're not.
No, you're not. Exact. But yeah, turn it into a mini Olympics. That could be a lot of fun. That's a great point. Also, send it back to Hawaii. Make it fun for the people that have to get to go. Make it an exciting location. Like for a couple of seasons, it was like in Arizona, and people are like, I don't want to go to Arizona. Why? What am I doing in Arizona? Like, make it some sort of fun place. Las Vegas is a little bit better, but still, it's just in the middle of the desert. But who knows? Mini Olympics would be cool for NFL players. Yeah, exactly. That would be an awesome way to do it, and I think it'd be much more interesting.
Yeah, just
than
don't
this thing.
try. Just don't try to sell it for what it's not. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, great way to word it. That's the best way. Turn it into a mini Olympic show, which would be a whole lot more fun to watch for sure. Yeah, it's like
all right,
there's
so
still a throwing competition. Go ahead.
So I have a trivia question
for
you. Top 7 answers are on the board.
Okay.
Most interceptions by a number 1 overall pick in rookie season since 1967.
Peyton Manning's number 1.
Yep, 28.
I knew that stat. Now it's gonna get interesting after that.
You know the players, most of them anyway.
Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan, no.
No. Matt Stafford?
Yes.
Okay.
I gave you a little hint.
Matt Stafford.
Peyton Manning's 28. Matt Stafford is 20. He's third.
He's third. Okay. Eli Manning?
Nope. Not
what?
out of the top 7.
Oh, you know what? He didn't play the whole year. That's what it was. He didn't play the whole year. Baker Mayfield?
Nope.
Okay. Expert said that one. So you're wrong, expert. Thanks for making me look silly. So I'm calling you out. No. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of other number 1 picks. Jamarcus Russell?
Nope.
What?
Not according to what I'm saying. This
Jameis Winston?
No.
What?
The top 7.
Andrew Luck?
Yes. He's number 4.
Okay. So I still haven't found the number 2. And how many years am I going back?
Since 1967.
John Elway.
Nope.
Troy Aikman, was he number 1 pick?
Yeah, he was number 5.
Okay,
so
I got another
you're
one.
On the board. Yep.
Jared Goff.
Nope.
Okay. Michael Vick.
Nope.
Who else is number 1? Oh, was it one of ours? Who did we draft number 1? Is there a Redskins player on the list or no? Okay. Nope. Never mind.
Ron Rivera.
Oh, Cam Newton?
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. Cam Newton. So how many do I have now?
I will give you a hint.
Yeah, hint
it's
on the last
one. It's a rookie this year.
Oh, who was the number 1 pick? I don't remember who the number 1 pick was. Who's the number 1 pick?
Come on, the guy with the long blonde locks.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Gosh, I completely draw a blank on who in the world was last year.
So, wait.
Okay.
Hold on. You got 2 people left out of 7.
Okay. So I still have 2 other people. Okay.
Andrew Luck, Troy Aikman, Trevor Lawrence, and Cam Newton. You have 2 people.
Is Terry Bradshaw?
Yes. That's number 2.
Big Fats got that one. Just kidding. Okay. I'm not going to call him Big Country. I'm going to call him Big Country now. But no. Terry Bradshaw. So Big Country got that one.
Yep.
Let's see.
You got 1 left.
1 left. And I know who this is. You're saying.
It's very pertinent for this Super Bowl.
Joe Burrow?
You had a 50-50 shot and you went the wrong way.
I already said Matt Stafford.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you said
he had 20. He was 3rd on the list. You talked
about
this already.
You said Sanford.
It's Matt Sanford.
No, you didn't say Matt. You said
I said Matt Ryan, and then I said Matt Stafford. You said he was 3rd on the list with 20 interceptions. Am I right?
Yes.
Because I did say Stafford.
No,
That's why I said Joe Burrow. I said Matt Ryan first, and then I said Matt Stafford right after.
Okay.
But no, it's all good. So we got them all.
Yep.
Okay, here. That was fun. Good trivia over there. Good trivia. That was fun. I did okay. I didn't do great, but I did okay. I definitely said a lot of names that weren't on there first. I was just trying to who is first overall picks at the quarterback position. I was just going through them. All right. On to Super Bowl number 56. We're not going to spend too much time on it. We already gave our predictions last week. Let's go ahead and confirm those. Who do you got winning this whole thing?
I went Cincinnati. But I did tell you that we're going to do a dollar bet for the exact score.
And I got score predictions. I remember we had a dollar bet. I couldn't remember what it was. I was like, I have it recorded, so I can always go back and look. But, okay, so it's the exact score, and I did write down score predictions. So, do you want to go first or me first?
Whatever.
I have a score in my head already, so I don't care what you say.
Okay. Tell me what your score is.
I think it's going to be actually somewhat low scoring, even though they're two pretty good offenses, and I think it's only going to be 23-20.
Well, that's not that low scoring.
Well, considering these offenses can put up, 30 points pretty easily with how much they got. But I say it's going to be 23-20. It might even be 23-17, but I'm going 23-20.
Who's winning?
I got the Rams.
Okay. I say 27-17 Bengals.
27-17 Bengals. So you only have so we basically are right there at the same totals. You got 44, I got 43. So we're not far off as far as the over-under.
You're right.
In pieces, Bengals 34-31. Santiago got Rams. BC, I think Aaron Donald's going to eat. Well, he didn't give a prediction, but he gave a thing of basically, will Joe Burrow get enough out of there? None of you'll know who Doug Atkins is, and he was a beast way, way back in the day. Country strong, big 6'8" MFer for the Bears.
Didn't he have a diet thing? The Atkins diet?
That's funny. The Atkins diet. Bengals 34-31. Patrick West is 30-20. Bengals. Rams 31-27 says Santiago Bond. So, okay, there we go. A couple of Aaron Donald gets 2 safeties. Jeez Louise. That's a interesting
You know what?
prediction.
I'll take $100 on that.
I'll take $100 100-1. I'll give you 101 odds. That's funny. Big Facts says, Facts Only says, I'm keep combining your name. I don't know why. I'm just going to say BC. BC says he'll take Rams 24-20. Hassan Moore's in the house. What up, bro? What up? Redskins man 10
What's
as well.
up?
26-20 Rams. So we got a little bit of a mixture in the house tonight.
Although
so
I
fun.
think the leaning is the Rams are going to win.
Yeah. So I think Rams are starting to take over with 3 Rams in a row. So yeah, I think Rams do have the edge in the chat. Jesse Bates gets 2 picks as expert. So fair enough. It's fair enough. Okay, interesting predictions. I'm more likely to say Jesse Bates gets 2 picks than Aaron Donald gets 2 safeties. But it's funny. Okay.
Hey, that's a prop bet.
Yep. The last thing I have on here, who is going to be your Super Bowl MVP?
I think it's going to be Joe Burrow.
Joe the Goat Burrow gets the MVP. Okay. I am going to go.
By the way, I didn't say the GOAT. I just said he's going to be.
No, that's what I call him. It's fine.
I know. I just wanted to clarify.
Tom Brady who? No, it's Joe Burrow. Okay. So, who is going to win the Super Bowl MVP as I pick against him? I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm not going to say a quarterback. I'm going to say it's going to be Cooper Kupp with a $180, 2 tugs, 16 catches. The Bengals aren't going to want to know what to do with Cooper Kupp. He's going to go off for a biggins. And Matt Stafford may end up with 270 yards, but they're going to have to give it to his receiver who went bonkers.
Huh?
Dallas Drips agrees with me. Screw you. I was supposed to be out on an island. Jamar Chase MVP. That could be a very good one for sure. Samaje Perine. He spelled his name wrong. Sarajevo.
We
Perine.
know what he meant.
But Samaje Perine. That would be a funny one. By the way, I got a new Bullets hat today. Oh, there you go. That's a random thing. But he's a big collector of Washington gear. Rams will sadly win
where'd
because
you find
Apex
a Bullets hat?
Predators
I would
never
love
win.
a Bullets hat.
Right. I don't know. I'm sure you can find them on eBay.
I want to fresh some. But anyway.
You want to fresh something. Oh, well, good luck with that one. Maybe Rita could make one for you. She's a printer.
Not yet. I'm still paying for her to get through college.
Oh, Lids apparently had it. Interesting. Oh, I guess he made it? I don't know. That's interesting. Dang, autocorrect. Russell Wilson really likes Washington. We talked about that one. We're not really optimistic that one's going to happen. Actually, I think Dad predicted it, but he's not happy about it. No, it's fresh, says Redskins Man 10. Yo, Tim, do you or JW plan on attending any Commander games this year? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I will not because I do play-by-play on my channel for every game. Actually, I may go to a preseason game. You still have it? Are you still paying for the tickets, or are they somebody else going to take over?
Well, we have not decided that yet, but I'm in Florida. I will watch every game from start to finish, but I'm not moving back up to Washington.
Well, I didn't know if you had any plans maybe to go to the Thanksgiving game. Maybe if the schedule comes out, maybe you can hit a Thanksgiving game or something. Or if you had any plans
it's always
to come
possible.
Up. Yeah. But no plans
I don't even know the schedule yet, so I can't have plans.
Fair enough. Good point. Posted it in the Discord. There you go. Yo, Tim, do you or Jay? No, sorry, I already read that one. The only jersey I'm buying is a black one. Oh, for the Commanders one? That's a cool one. I don't have any extra money to throw at gear right now. And if I were to throw money at gear, it would be Redskins gear. I'd be on eBay right now buying more Redskins gears up. Let's go, commies. Command everyone. Do you think if Russ asked the Hawks to be released, they will do it? No. Not even an inkling of a chance would they release Russell Wilson.
Oh,
okay.
They're going to have to pay through the
Big
nose
bucks.
to get him.
Yeah. The team's going to be so beat up afterwards, it's going to look like the guy that Alvin Kamara took care of. Did you see that picture? Did you hear about Alvin Kamara?
Oh, no, I did not.
Honestly, I don't even want to get into it that much. I shouldn't even have brought it up. So, he beat somebody up after the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
A white Cheeseman jersey? That's a good one. That's funny. All right. Sweet. All right. Any last things you want to talk about? We actually kept it around an hour.
I think it was very good. And thanks to all those that hung out with us and listened to our nonsensical.
It was before the Pro Bowl? Is that true? I don't know. I thought it was after the Pro Bowl, like when they were partying. I didn't hear. Was it Alvin who started it? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. That's why I said I didn't really want to talk about it too much. I would imagine somebody was talking crap that couldn't back it up.
Well, this is my thing.
But that's all speculation. I have no clue.
I can assure you that I will never be in a position where I'm going to confront an NFL player unless I think I can provoke him to hit me, and then I'm going to come out and try to get money out of it.
Right. But you wouldn't even do that. You don't need the money. It's just not even like
my point wasn't that I would do it, but I'm not standing in a bar and say, "Oh, hey, there's this NFL player guy here, and I'm going to provoke him." The only reason why I would do that is to think that, well, he makes a lot of money, and if I can get him to hit me, I'm going to get money.
It might be his motivation. It really may have been. Who knows? Maybe he was poking the bear, and he poked one too many times, but maybe that was the whole idea, where I mean, I don't think Alvin Kamara is a bad dude, so I don't think he just randomly just beat the crap out of somebody. I would imagine somebody was saying too much, and then only one guy could back it up. That would be my guess. But again, complete speculation. I have no idea what actually happened.
Well,
but who knows?
The news will tell us before next week.
Vegas is a curse for NFL players. Yeah, we know how Vegas worked out for them for sure. At no point during the attack did the man hit, punch, or push Kamara or any of his associates, said police report made public Tuesday. Okay, so Alvin Kamara made the first swing, but it doesn't mean the guy didn't ask for it.
I mean, are you? If I get up in your grill and I'm like this far from you, and I'm saying a bunch of stuff, maybe you make a reaction like, "Dude, back off."
Right.
Now you're the one that.
Whoa, anyway. Man! Whoa! I didn't do nothing. Yeah. Man. Oh, okay. You did nothing. But it's not a good look for Alvin Kamara. You still can't do it. I'm not condoning the actions at all. I'm just saying.
I'd rather be Kamara than Everett.
Oh, that's true. That's true. At least this guy. Oh, never mind. All right, we're going to get off the rails. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was a lot of fun for sure. Hit the like button if you
love you guys.
I'm also going to be posting a whole bunch of videos. I'm going to try to make it 2 a day for as long as I can keep that pace up. We'll see. But thanks if you guys watch those as well. Hit the like button on those. And appreciate everybody for being here.
Yes, and, thank you. Love you guys.
Thanks. And until next time. See ya!